Good evening and welcome to Shake and Bake Racing's Ferrari Challenge. We have a brand new series here, 4 weeks of fantastic racing in the Ferrari Challenge across 4 of Italy's most iconic tracks. And we're going to start, of course, with one of those great tracks in Monza. Our racers will fly around 5.7 kilometers, tracks 11 turns, potentially reaching speeds up to 370 kilometers per hour, with our longest flat-out section of over 1,500 meters. We look forward to having you here with us for this week's event and the races to come. Just about to start qualifying here. We'll dive into that and follow along. Tell you a little bit about our series here. We have 4 weeks, as I mentioned, of racing in the Ferrari 488 Challenge. Each session, each week, will be 2 races, 30 minutes long each, with that second race being a reverse grid for the top 10 finishers. Put them into their own challenge to see if they can get back to the front of the line, as is the goal. We're here in qualifying. We've got about 13 minutes left before we get into the race. Looks like our first hot laps are just beginning. Keep an eye around the track as all our drivers hope to set the quick one and get to the top of the field. Let's go on board with Vegeta the Vajita as he makes his first lap. We've got a shorter field today, 12 racers out. I know we've had few more signed up, potentially not able to make it this week. Hopefully we'll expand that through the rest of this series here. But regardless, I know the 12 that are here will put on a good and fast, exciting show. Vegeta's coming around for his first time trial lap. Get an idea of what we're looking at. 1:59 so far. That I think is going to be setting our pace. Vegeta tends to be one of the strong competitors in these fields. We have Gingy Grant behind him at a 1:51. Doc Spaceman at 1:52. Enbird at a 1:53. So we are starting to see where these paces are going to be. Gold's AJ sneaking in that second spot with a 1:51.3, just above Gingy. It's early in qualifying, so we'll see how these laps evolve and if they'll find more pace. JQ takes that pole position so far, edging out Vegeta by about 3/10, little under, with a 150.691. Reggio here in the black Ferrari, being chased down by JQ, I believe that is. See if that puts him off on his lap or not. Maybe uses the pressure to stay focused and set a strong one. Definitely seeing times improving across the board. Vegeta shaving off a 10th. Can't find Cheese, fourth, currently standing fourth, 151.4. Gingy Grant, 151.6. In fifth, Cowmaster following up on sixth there, 151.767. So that 50-51 range is looking like what we're seeing for qualification. We'll see how that levels out in the race and evolves over that 30 minutes. Shouldn't see any need for tire changes in this short race, sprint race, and but fuel will definitely be a factor, and hopefully our drivers have done their calculations properly to, you know, have enough to get around to the line. We've definitely seen that in past seasons where a few drivers have come up short and you know, have crawled, sometimes needing to be pushed across the line. You want to make sure you're dialed in as best as possible to make sure that you have what you need, but not too much that it impacts your pace as you get towards the end. And of course, there is always the possibility of a safety car or something that will cause some caution laps. That's going to impact your fuel usage, of course, and you can't always prepare for that. So we'll see if that ends up happening tonight. Gold's AJ joins the 150 club there, 159.68, so just sneaking in that third spot. Vegeta the Fajita takes back pole with a 154.83. We are looking to have some potential strong battles at the front of the field here. Looking forward to. On board now with the Reeb, the number 4 red Ferrari here, who had best lap so far. He's running a 151.1. See if he can make any improvements here on this lap. I believe this is a flying lap for him. His last one, I think, was an out lap. Comes around the Parabolica towards that finish line. $151.672, so no improvement yet for him. Oh, we have another change yet again. JQ takes back P1 154, 150.4. We are going to get down into these fractions. Best laps, ticker is our last laps. Best laps, we have JQ at the 150.404. Vegeta at the 150.483, so we're definitely getting into those fractions of seconds between these racers. And we're just a few seconds left, about less than half a minute left of quali. I think everyone is mostly wrapped up with what they're going to be able to get in here. Just a few individuals out on the track right now. Probably won't see much else improvement, though as I say that, JQ does improve even further with a 150.242. Definitely setting the standard out there for what's to come. And there we have it. Qualification is set as we have a countdown until the race here. We'll go ahead and take a look at our results. All right, so just running down, we don't have this on screen, but running down our field for the race. From the back, I believe Shaughnessy and Bellissima will be taking those last two spots. 11th, we have Tree the Cactus, 10th, Enbert, 9th, Reggio, 8th place, Doc Spaceman, 7th, Cowmaster, Gingy Grant sitting in 6th. Can't Find Cheese in 5th. Arib in 4th. Gold's AJ in 3rd. Vegeta the Vegeta will be in 2nd. And JQ holds on to that pole position with that strong lap time of his. About 1 minute until we get to the start of the race. All right, folks, we are here waiting for the final countdown. That pace lap goes, and then we are green. We will see how things go at that chicane. And green lights for the rolling start. So we will do a pace lap, cycle around the track, and then we will be green. It is not a night race. The time should be cycling through, so we do have some of the front of the pack not with their headlights. Might be a little more difficult there, but there we go. That should settle. Many of our drivers doing the best they can to get those tires up, warmed up, ready for that first lap. It's going to be a long and fast sprint down to that chicane, and you want all the heat in that rubber you can. We'll definitely see how spicy that gets. Did have a late addition to the field, so we're looking at 13 total racers there. Looks like the drivers will be starting their double file to get ready for the rolling start into the Parabolica. And we are green here, week 1 Monza Ferrari Challenge. The drivers spraying out 3 wide down the straight as they run towards that chicane. We'll see if that pays off or not. We come in here, and are we going to stay clean? Looks good for the most part. I think some lockups to be expected. Oh, we have a little bump there. Looks like Bellissima, but survives and comes out of that. And it looks like off the bat, we have ran into our first VSC. Could have been those bumps on Emma there that caused that. But essentially another pace lap. Safety car ending in about 10 seconds here. Maybe we'll get a restart before the Parabolica. Green, green, green. We are back to it. We got a spread out in the back of the pack. So we come into the Parabolica. Leaders up front staying single file, and but just like that, we are right back to another safety car as drivers trying to figure out some positions there, just seeing where the flag was called, where they were at, of course. Now we come around to lap 3. Is this essentially pace lap number 3? So his tires kind of warming up a little bit, cooling back down. Safety car ending here in just a few seconds. So we go around the Lesmo curves and green flag. We are live again. See if we can keep it clean. Get a full lap in. Looking mostly single file. A couple individuals there going too wide. We are looking at Cheese and Cow fighting there. It's still a really tight group all overall. Look at that, almost too wide around there. That's a fantastic shot. Oh, and we have a rough, looks like Shaughnessy with a rough hit in the back. That'll be a tough recovery there. It's our quick 4 or 5 seconds behind. See how he can make up. We look at Cheese and Cow fighting around the Parabolica, coming in towards lead. Let's jump up to our leaders here. Vegeta out in front with JQ, just 3/10 behind. And Arib with a dive, is that? Too many red cars, tough to tell these guys apart. Little cuts of the chicane there. I think he yielded the position back as he should have. Let's go on board. Gold's AJC tries to chase down Vegeta. And we see Arib in his rear view camera there. Coming up to 20 minutes left in the race, 10 minutes elapsed. I think things are going to start spreading out a little bit. Vegeta looking a little squirrely there. And as AJ sees an opportunity, gets a better exit, and is going to make the move on his outside. Into the Parabolica, Vegeta gets a little ahead. Is he going to be able to take it back? I think he does. He has the better position around and takes back the spot. So I believe that brings us to, this is lap number 5, I believe. Maybe lap 4 in the race, not counting our initial pace lap. AJ and Vegeta fighting. AJ took back that spot. This will be a good battle. Pay attention to that one. Arib and JQ behind them. Looking out through the rest of the field. We got Enbert and Cheese. Nice and Tree. Nice little group there of 3 with Reggio and Bellissima behind them. Sean, 4.3 down, suffered from that that wipeout earlier on, but looks like he's gaining, so maybe hopefully see some traction. In the unfortunate event, we see another safety car that obviously is going to benefit him to catch back up. John down now almost to 3 seconds, so he is gaining well on that back pack. Hopefully they won't be too much of a roadblock when he gets to them to continue forward. So we get back to these leaders. We come into Ascari. Just seem like Vegeta and AJ are back and forth. Fantastic. And I think that battling is allowing JQ and Arib behind them to stay close. And not too far from them, the pair of black Ferraris, Gingy Grant and Doc Spaceman. Cowmaster looking a little bit out on his own. Opportunity to just try and set some clean laps and catch up to those in front. Again, that battling that front six are doing. Maybe that's an opportunity for Cow. As a tree tries to hunt down Cheese. As we head back towards the chicane here. Little smoke on those tires, maybe some further lockups. That chicane is tough. After that long straight, you really got to be on top of judging your braking zones. Sean, he's well under a second. He's making up some great ground on this back pack. We're on board here with Vegeta. So we finish out this lap here. Definitely make sure that you can hear the brakes, that's for sure. Switch back to Gold's AJ as he chases down Vegeta in pole. Looking at the timing screen, we have JQ, who currently is holding the fastest lap with a 151.502, so still a second off, more than a second off qualifying times, which is to be expected. Obviously, these drivers have more fuel than they would in quali. Gold's AJ taking that fastest lap with a 151.03. So times are coming down a little bit, but still up there. Little bumping, maybe. Was that a Doring? Was that a classic Vegeta Doring through the chicane? We'll see how old AJ feels about that and how aggressive he'll be to try and take back that spot. But that did allow JQ to get right up close and personal. So the pack, which was about a pack of 4, has become a pack of 3 as Arib has fallen back a little bit. Enbert is up close with Tree and looking to make a move and does so. Oh, looks like Shaughnessy must have had an incident we didn't catch, but he's back down 3 seconds behind Reggio. So he has to restart all that work, catching up to the pack. We are now under 15 minutes remaining, halfway in this race. Not a ton of movement across the field. We'll keep an eye on this front pack, of course. The back half are getting a bit spread out. A reminder, in that second race, we will have a 1st through 10th reverse grid. So almost a full field will be reverse grid. So see how that impacts things in that second race. Gingy and Dak with a close fight here. 5th and 6th place. And it does look like Cowmaster is making up ground there, probably taking advantage of those battles that each other are defending and trying to hold their positions, allowing people behind them to catch up. And that being recognized over the comms, over the driver comms, that they are allowing racers behind them, that in Cowmaster, to catch up. Take a look towards the back here. Emma is tight on a tree and hoping to maybe get into that 10th spot, which will see her on pole in the next race. So see if she can pull that off. Things are spread out a bit more. Vegeta has pulled ahead a good almost 2 seconds from AJ. So AJ looks like he's fallen off. Maybe defending JQ has contributed to that, but right now Vegeta is doing what Vegeta does and is starting to fly around there and picking up fastest lap with a 150.689. So his lap times are starting to come down, and if he stays consistent, I'd imagine this one will be his. Our closest battles down the field, though, we do have JQ here going after Gold's AJ. We have Cow getting closer and closer to Gingy Grant there. Trying to make a move on him. And further down, Reggio is close up on Emma, who Emma did take the 10th spot. And looks like Tree fell back a couple, so Tree, something happened there. Oh, and just as we were focused on them, Emma wipes out, and that is going to likely dash her hopes, barring other incidents in front of her, of that 10th spot. We on board here with Reggio as he flies down. Currently sitting in the 10th spot, which will give him pole for the next race. Reggio is our previous season amateur division champion, looking to repeat, I'm sure, again for this season here, up against 3 or 4 other drivers. Take a look at those. We got more than that. So looks like Cadwell, Moose Humper, Emma, Tree, and Jedi are who Reggio is going against in the amateur championship. Quite spread out here. Cowmaster is looking to be, I'll go back, yeah, at a little under a second, and then JQ is tight on Golds there for that second place. Vegeta increasing that timeout in front, however. Barring a slip up, it'll be tough for second and third to catch, because they're battling with each other is going to hurt their ability to catch up. Arib in the background there, maybe was a fine turn there. It looked a little loose around the corner though. Well, I was checking my broadcast notes and I missed if there was a slip up by JQ that increased this gap here. He's now down to 1.5 seconds behind Gold, so that's going to be tough to catch up there. Over 2.5 back behind him is Reeb. But things are really, really starting to spread out. Our closest battle here, fighting for 6th place, is Cow is just over half a second to Gingy Grant, hoping there. Looks like Cheese might be... Can't Fight Cheese might be able to make up as well. He's probably the next closest. Kind of going in and out of that 1 second range as well in that little pack. Coming to the 7-minute mark left in the course. In the race, I should say. All right, JQ made up, cut that difference in half on Gold's AJ, so fight might be back on for that second position. The fastest lap, Vegeta still holding on to that, currently at a 150.689. I don't believe that's changed since he originally set that. Let's see if anyone, we're now going to get into worn tires that are going to come into play in regards to improving lap times. JQ, maybe if he's close enough, might benefit from some draft from AJ there, and maybe could sneak something in, but again, the battling is definitely going to be a part of that. Cow within a 10. Oh, side by side as we go through Variante della Rodia. And Cow gets the position, gets into 6th place. Great move there as they go through the Curva Lesmo. That battle has allowed Cheese to close in on them. He is now almost half a second behind. Ooh, contact as they go around Ascari. And Gingy takes back the position from Cow. Cheese just enjoying that and looking to take advantage of this fight in front of him. This one will be an exciting one towards the finish line. Let's bounce around the track. We do have a... There it is. I mentioned JQ, whether that was from the draft or not, but JQ looks like he was able to... Oh, just a personal for the race, a 151.008. That is his personal best for this session. Vegeta still holding on to the overall fastest lap. But JQ is tight on Gold's AJ, within 2/10. We'll sit on these two for a moment. Let's go on board with JQ. We're going to jump back over to Cow, Gingy. These two are getting side by side again. This is great fighting back and forth here. Gingy holding on to that. Gingy out in front, Cow right behind with Cheese just waiting for that opportunity. Mistake by either of them. Moment to take advantage of and jump ahead of both. Little bit of contact, I think, there as we're into Ascari. Very tight racing, good racing all around. Down to 3 minutes left in the race. Ooh, a lunge. Lunge by Gingy. Taking back the spot. There's a little bit of a contact with Cow and Cheese. It's tough, as I said, to navigate that braking zone there, and we saw lots of smoke, I think, from the locking up with the tires, but they were able to pull it out. And Cow coming in hot, trying to take back that spot as they go around Della Roggia. Cheese had to pull off, I think, from that contact, and see if he gets back in and gets back on the offensive side to take advantage. Vegeta out good 3 seconds, just 3 seconds of second place Gold's AJ, so barring an incident, tragedy, I think he will bring that one home as we come into a minute and a half. Cheese there with a wipeout. Tough break for him, and there is the call for the white flag. One more race as Vegeta crosses the finish line to complete his final lap. Should bring this one home. Let's peek in at that battle behind as JQ continues to hunt down Gold's AJ. See if he makes any desperate moves, lunges, dives to try and sneak that extra position, or just, you know, accepts the position, doesn't risk it, which could hurt his position more than where he's at. A day on the podium, any step of the podium is a good day, I would say. Our fight back here with Cow and Gingy has spread out. It seems that Gingy has fallen back a second behind Cow, so those positions might be solidified. Yeah, he's within, dropping within a second there. If there's opportunity to gain, we'll try and keep it here. Ooh, that off track is not going to help. But he is within half a second. We cut back to our leader as he crosses the finish line. Winner for race 1, Vegeta. AJ in second, JQ there. Let's jump back to that fight, see if anything happens here between Cow and Gingy. Not enough there. Maybe another lap. Great race between them two. Enbert next up, looks like he'll be taking 8th position. Reggio behind him for 9th. And Cheese, after that rough incident, that wipeout, is going to get that final reverse grid spot. So he'll be starting on pole. And then we have Emma. We got our table. Everyone is crossing the line, and our table is jumping all over the place. But I think we're going to go with, I think Tree, Emma, and Shaughnessy will round out the last 3 spots. They will miss out on the reverse grid, unfortunately. But we'll now have a short break as we prepare for race 2. We're about 3 minutes away from race 2. Glad to have you along with us. Next week we will be back for week 2 of the Ferrari Challenge as we head to Imola, I do believe is next on the list. Sorry, Imola is week 3. Next week is Misano. Coming up to 10 seconds for our next race. Again, we will have that formation lap. Hopefully keeping it clean for race 2. Avoid our incidents as we had before. Little hijinks in pit row right now. Yep, one further countdown. A couple more minutes as we wait for the formation lap, pace lap. We are 20 seconds into countdown into our start of race 2. As we do our formation lap, we will count down the grid and talk about that reverse order. As we get ready for pace lap of lap 2, we'll go through this grid here. So reversed Cheese with that incident in race 1 has put him on pole for race 2. See if he can take advantage of that. Reggio there in P2. Enbert there in 3. Gingy Grant 4th place. Cowmaster winning that battle. So position behind Gingy here in this. Doc in 6th place. Ari back in 7th. We've got JQ in 8th. Golds AJ in 9th. And Vegeta, who had won our race, is in that last reverse grid spot. 10th place there. Next to him is Tree the Cactus. And following him is Bellissima. And then finally Shaughnessy, rounding out grid for race 2. Here we go for race 2, pace lap around. Hopefully we'll have much better results go around. Drivers once again doing a little bit to warm up those tires. Lots of chatter over the driver radios of heading into turn 1 there. And it's with the reverse grid. You know, sometimes you'll see, some drivers that, lesser experienced, lesser skilled in the front. And so that really creates something interesting. And at a track here like at Monza, heading down that long stretch into the chicane, will be very interesting to see how the field manages it. Likely those in those lower spots will really want to be patient on that first lap and just wait for the opportunities to take positions back. And our drivers begin double filing up as we prepare for green flag coming towards the Parabolica. Cheese will have that call of the green flag. Oh, we have, who is that? 15 there. JQ with some pretty heavy window damage. Likely just cosmetic. And we are off with race 2. Drivers rush down. Look at one, 5 wide towards the chicane. This is potentially a death wish. We will see how this turns out. Some of them fall in line. And looks like there is contact in there enough to cause a safety car That is certainly a decision by our drivers. And at the safety car, Reggio takes that first spot. Looks like Cheese dropped a couple. Gingy up to second. Pretty significant jump in position there. Drivers once again trying to maintain temperature in those tires, or build temperature in those tires. It's still early in the race. Safety car pulling in here in a few seconds, and Reggio will have that call. We are green once again. Still technically lap 1. Field spreads out once again, going a couple wide, maybe 3 wide in the pack as we go into Ascari here. Great shot of cars firing around those that chicane as we race towards. Looks like Sean off in the back, and another safety car as we have enough contact to cause that. Well, we will do it again. You might think this is NASCAR with the cautions we're having here. Gingy Grant starting on pole for this third restart. Second safety car restart. Reggio right behind. JQ in that third spot. Don't see any other major position shakeups. Safety car ending here in 10 seconds. We will go green once again and hopefully stay it. I think it took a couple tries last time. We are green again. See if this is a clean spot to do so as they race. Couple wide. Reggio going wide there for safety, and holds his position. Gingy, JQ, and Arib out front. The battles are starting. Things are still very tight. 2, 3 wide here. As we rush down to Ascari. Vegeta with the overtake on Reggio. A little contact there. Sets him off, but we stay green and drivers stay on the track. JQ pulling out a little bit, but Arib and Gingy right behind, side by side as we head into the first chicane there. Lots of smoke on the tire. Gingy getting right up behind JQ. And looks like VSC once again. I believe the chicane got everyone once again. Cycle through this field and see where we're at. JQ has taken that pole. Gingy in second. Arib there in third. Cheese, Doc, and Vegeta finishing out the rest of the top six. Gold's AJ 7th there. Tree in 8th. Cowmaster in 9th. Reggio, heavy fall from that P2 down to P10. Enbert at 11th. Bellissima in 12th. And Sean rounding out the back of the field at 13th. See if he can make up some ground this time and finish a little stronger than last time. Go on board with Vegeta for this restart. We are green. Just before Ascari. Probably going to help some and hurt others for being that the restart. Doc and Cheese creating quite the wall. Vegeta trying to squeeze by. But there is not an opportunity. Golds takes opportunity to come up along the side and gets up. You see those two teal color maybe Ferraris in Cheese and Golds, but Vegeta maybe getting a little draft and is going to race up. Is this 3 wide here? He smartly decides to back out, but there unfortunately is some contact somewhere within the field, maybe ahead, and we see yet another safety car. Does that look like Reggio off track there a little bit? Sounds like he was back there, so for him to fall back the cars, sounds like he was on the grass. The brakes and the tires did not work, so he had to go straight through. Ten seconds for that safety car. Close to the same spot, heading towards Ascari. Cheese and Goal and AJ side by side through Parabolica. Vegeta behind, still trying to find an opportunity to get past the two. Let's see how this chicane goes once again. This does seem to be the source of all our issues. I've lost count of our safety cars. They spread out too wide. JQ plenty through, and little smoke on some lockups. I think we're good. I think we are through. Look at that. Vegeta right up behind one of the two teal Ferraris there, with Doc right on his tail. AJ and Cheese definitely fighting it out here. Trying to... It's like Cheese is trying to just pull away. Oh, and AJ goes wide. That allows Vegeta the opportunity, and Doc may find one as well. Does come up along the side. Ooh, someone way out wide. Is that, maybe Doc out there? I'm doing my best to just look at car colors here. Reggio, yeah, I think that was Doc. He fell off, so he must have been the one to go off there. That's definitely some heavy position cost there. We head back to chicane once again. Lap looks to be 6 or 7 here. Ooh, and we have looks like a Reeb has to take the runoff. Didn't make the chicane, but he rightly does not overtake JQ in the lead. But JQ has a much better exit out of there and is almost 5 seconds ahead already. Behind him, a pack tightens up. Reeb can't find Cheese, Vegeta, and Gingy all in a nice tight group. As they head through the 2 Lesmo corners. A little further down the pack, Tree hunted down by Reggio and Doc. Doc looking to make back up for his position losses there. Enbert as well, and Sean. Sean just with an overtake over Enbert. Nice little group there. Everyone is just really starting to feel things out. I think we're going to start seeing things settled in. We've got about 2 groups. JQ is really taken off. He's over 5 seconds ahead. If he's consistent, then I think things are looking good for a finish on that top spot. We head to that second group. We got 4 cars, a little spread out there. As Cheese and Vegeta, it looks like, go side by side towards our chicane here. See how aggressive things get. Looks like mostly safe. Oh, just wonderful side-by-side racing. But Vegeta comes out the victor and of that fight and pulls ahead to see if he can now put the pedal down and make some distance. Try to catch back up to a Reeb. Behind them, Golds, AJ, and Gingy. Next fight between them, and oh, just commentator curse as we take a look. Gingy struggles through that little section there and goes off. Gives up a lot of room to AJ to just take advantage. Looking at Doc here on Tree. It's like Tree off, and so Doc is going to swoop by. Tree unfortunately falls one more position to Sean. That off track really hurt him. As Doc has Cowmaster and Gingy in his sights. Still working on recovery from that earlier loss, that incident. Nice little tight group here on board with Enbert as he chases down Reggio and Tree. Shaughnessy up there in the distance. Reggio going to the inside. Enbert staying out. See who has a strong exit here as they then fly down our main straight towards that chicane. Tree going for the block, but Enbert stays to the inside to see if how that plays out. Oh, he comes in and oh, there is a big hit. And as expected, we do see a safety car. I think Enbert got a little too aggressive there into that turn, was not able to stop in time, and may have been some contact between Reggio and Tree as well. And it just collided into a safety car. So on the flip side, it will bunch us all back up. So those behind, Emma specifically there, is going to take advantage of that and catch back up with the pack. As the group in front of her tries to do so as well. Let's see, we've got a 3-second gap. Reggio looks to be the furthest back. That should be easy to make up here. Yeah, everyone's coming together. Looking at our timing screen here, my timing screen, JQ with his, looks like that last lap was the fastest, 150.973, so he's in the 50s. We saw that in quali. Still, you know, it's up there, but in the 50s, but getting there. 10 seconds left on this VSC, and we are green once again with a tight-knit field. Everyone's starting to break away. A couple wide, go towards the Parabolica. Everyone's doing what they can to take advantage of spots and try to use the opportunity of the safety car to gain some positions, resettle into their race. And we've got 8 minutes left for race 2 here. See how that plays out. We are on looking at Shaughnessy and Doc going side by side into our chicane. 3 wide. Oh, lots of hits there. That likely, that is another safety car there. Chicane is taking names. Ten seconds left in that virtual safety car. We're coming down on the 6 minute, 6 minutes to go. We are green once again as we head into Ascari. See if we can keep it clean into here. Been pretty good so far. Too wide there in the back. Oh, big spin out in the back. It looks like Shaughnessy. Unfortunately, another big wipeout from him. He's going to have to play catch up once again. Seems things were clean enough though. No additional safety car there. Likely welcomed from our racers. A lot of slow laps so far. We want to get to that racing. So we look at our leader here in the front pack. 1, 2, 3 red Ferraris. JQ, Arib, and Vegeta, respectively. Cleanly through the chicane, rushing towards Curva Biasino. Step back towards the middle back of the pack. We have Cow and Emma side by side. Emma's doing her best to hold position, but looks like she's going to give it up, and Cow will step into 8th place there. Looking here at Doc, hunting down Emma, seeing if he will also have an opportunity to get another gain in position himself. We do have our first retirement overall of the week. Seems that Shaughnessy just maybe had too much damage from that wipeout, struggling there, and unfortunately sends it to the garage. We sit here on JQ with Vegeta and Arib really tight into the Parabolica, but JQ is starting to create a little bit of a gap. Goals AJ really tight there on Arib. That battling those three, 2, 3, and 4, likely causing missed opportunity on them gaining the leaders. Going too wide here. Oh, and some contact between the two as we head into chicane, but they keep it on the track and we stay green. Arib really hunting down AJ right here. We're under 3 minutes to go. This will be a good one to watch at the finish. JQ, ooh, just in the background there. AJ off a little bit. Let's jump back to them. I don't think it's enough for Arib to take advantage of. The JQ is under a second with that lead. We'll see if Vegeta can squeeze it out, and I think JQ needs to slip up. That's what it's going to take. He's been good all day, and that's what it's going to take. Vegeta, half a second now, closing that gap as much as he can. Will he be able to take advantage of a slipstream? Maybe some help from JQ in front, but Vegeta sets fastest lap of the race so far with a 150.873, 1/10 faster than JQ's fastest. That puts him closing the gap heavy. Seems he must have gotten much better exit out of the chicane there, as he is right up on JQ's rear end there, and has an opportunity. The two go side by side. as we head into Variante della Roggia towards those Les Mo corners. Vegeta has to pull out a little bit and falls back to almost to a half a second. But I don't think that battle is over yet. I think this next lap will be white flag. So if he's going to get it done, it has to be now or then. That's all the chances available. So we look around. It's Pax here in 3-4. We got a second behind third and fourth. Under a second here, 5th and 6th place, 7th and 8th a second. So we got these little pockets of cars here and there. See if these individuals can make that stuff up. Reggio hoping to make a gain on Enbert, half a second there. Head back to that fight for first. Vegeta within a few tenths. Can he get a better exit out of here? Or sit behind and take advantage of a slipstream? We are at white flag. This is the final lap. Let's see how this shakes out. Vegeta cutting over the side to the outside. Oh, and tries to take... Oh, and a bump. Definitely getting aggressive. It is last lap. That's what you expect to see. Luckily, JQ holds on to it, stays steady. They are racing, boys and girls. Right up behind Vegeta is there, and just trying to find any opportunity side by side again into the first curva. Di Lesmo. Vegeta a little wide. Sets him off a little bit as JQ finds opportunity to get a little head. See behind there AJ going wide a bit. That might cost. Oh, and we have an official position change. Vegeta sneaks out in front. The two continue side by side, back and forth, Scary as we run through. JQ back in the lead. This is going to be a finish. Vegeta leading as we exit. And I think he's going to do it unless JQ can make a lunge. There is the call. Vegeta winning race 2. JQ just behind. That was a great final lap. Great finish by Vegeta there. Fantastic race number 2. At the end, at least. Once we shook out all those safety cars, that was something else. Vegeta holding on to that fastest lap. That is it for week 1, everyone. Thank you very much for coming out. Appreciate you being here. We will be back next week, again, Monday evening, around 8-10 p.m. Eastern Time for week 2. And check once again where we are at. That is Misano. We will see you at Misano. Hopefully you'll have same field, if not more. A little less safety cars, but same great fast action. Thanks again, everyone, for coming out, and we will see you next time. Have a good evening.